It's Labor Day and the devil's in the details here at Kroger Field, where Mark Stoops just spoke with us at his Monday press conference. Nick Roush, Drew Franklin here, hard at work for Rapid Reaction. Drew, did you get the details right? Because obviously the Kentucky football team did not.
You know, I showed up physically and emotionally prepared, like the Kentucky football team, but I didn't have the details either. Mark Stoops big on details today. Said he was proud of his team and their effort, but they have a lot to clean up moving forward, and I think that a lot showed in the tape, but that was most of his comments today.
It was very much unlike Mark Stoops because he did a rare filibuster. He started with a long 10, 12-minute monologue, something we rarely get from him, because he wanted to convey a sense of frustration, but also like, guys, I'm not mad at you for not showing up ready to play. You did to an extent. You came out there and you punched him in the mouth, but you didn't execute things the right way. You know, some of it's cutting off the routes too short, having your timing off, misidentifying assignments on the offensive line and allowing a guy to weak through and put pressure on Devin Leary. So really a lot of it came down to this whole week. They all preached, play clean, play clean, play clean. They didn't play clean, so he was a little bit frustrated, but he put some of the blame on himself and said, you know what, we just got to be better at coaching. We got to teach them better.
He did. I got to be a lot more fundamentally sound. That was another one on the bingo card you could check off. I got to tell you, when he walked in, he looked a little upset. I was wondering what direction we would go. Maybe that's just because, like the rest of us, were working on a holiday Monday, but I was a little worried about what might be happening. I even thought he might lead off with some bad Kenneth Horsey news, but we did get some good news there. And just that look on his face, I've seen that before he delivers some bad news, but we did get the Kenneth Horsey news out of that.
Oh, man, that was very much, you could feel everybody's shoulders just kind of, sigh of relief. It's not a season-ending injury. Kenneth Horsey will be back. We just don't know when. So maybe Florida game?
I almost cheered when he said not season ending.
Georgia game? Something like that? A couple weeks was
Vandy,
what we got.
Florida, whatever. Let's rush it. Not next week, but soon. But I've been damn near sick the last couple days thinking about Kenneth Horsey, a captain, because it really looked bad. His face on the card, getting the card off the field. I was kind of expecting to hear a worst case scenario here. So I'm not allowed to cheer in a press conference, but that's the closest I've come to a big when Mark Stoops talks there.
I wish he would have got the joke too, because Tom Leach busted him up.
He
said, so how did Dylan Ray play? And he's like, Tom, come on. There's a lot going on. I don't know how the backup left guard played. But upon further review, the backup left guard did play well. Dylan Ray came in, and if you remember Ray Davis, he had that huge 26-yard run there in the second half. One of the few explosive plays. There was a hole that Drew and I could have ran through, and a large part was thanks to Dylan Ray. So it's good that we got a decent guy coming in to step in for Kenneth Horsey to help tread water until he's able to return.
I love hearing that. Also, someone asked about Jagger, who, wasn't by any means perfect on the day, but it's his first game as a center. Sound like Stoops said, not sweating that out too much. A lot of things Jagger will get cleaned up. And overall, the line, some spots here and there sound like Flax might be kind of his job. He said he wishes Cortland Ford had gotten a few more opportunities, but Flax was playing so well, so we'll see what happens at right tackle there moving forward too.
The overall sense I just get from this game is that it's not exactly what we thought we would see in Game 1, Drew.
Not at all.
The whole story of this season was, there's a lot of new parts, but they got a month to figure it out. And you know what? They're figuring out. The problems they have right now are very fixable problems. And that was a lot of stuff we heard last year. That was an operative term we got a lot, and we don't want to hear that again. But this is, you play through your mistakes. You won by 30. You scored on special teams. You scored on defense, and you scored on offense. It wasn't beautiful, but it was a nice start. They had a blank canvas to work with. Now we actually know, all right, this is where we got to tighten the bolts, tighten the screws, and make sure we're good to go by the time SEC play starts.
It's nice to have a 30-point win and still have teachable moments for everyone across the board. We can go show tape and say, we have to fix this. I mean, they checked the box. Stoops didn't address this, but they covered. We love that. Anytime you cover, it's a win. But he still has a lot to work with moving forward. With another game, Eastern, that got unfortunately drilled by Cincinnati. Should be another one when you can get some guys in and get extra reps for some of the new players.
One thing I didn't know today, I didn't know there was a second Bob Stoops.
I didn't either. Super Bob. I was Googling that while he was talking.
How do you get the nickname Super Bob? Can I be Super Nick? Or is this Super Drew?
I don't know. This is all new to me. I thought we had one Bob Stoops. Turns out there's an even better one in the family tree.
And he's won even more national championships than the other Bob. That's why he's Super Bob, I guess.
Super Bob and Super Trevin Wallace were probably my favorite not-so-serious comments with everything today.
21 miles an hour?
Clocked at 21 miles per hour.
That's Michael Scott running by the speedometer thing, right?
If you do that in my neighborhood, they're taking a picture of your car and put it on Facebook because it's too fast. I mean, we have a linebacker at 240 running 21 miles per hour. That is absurd.
That boy's scary. It was a great start. No, yeah. Great. Oh, you know.
I mean, I'd rather be at a pool, but it was a great start talking to Stoops.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Hopefully you have a lot of fun enjoying your Labor Day and that you're just maybe a little sunburnt and like trying to like get in the cool air conditioning while you're watching us. So, hey, enjoy your Labor Day. We'll have more Kentucky football time in the Bluegrass. Saturday is when it returns, 3 o'clock on ESPN++, SEC Network++. So, Freddie, all of you out
Super
there,
Plus.
we'll start researching how to find it today. You'll be good by Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun right here at Kroger Field.
We're going to get some sunscreen on his head. See you.